Alright, so where are we supposed to go? Aha, here's the door. Alright. And there's the terminal. Not a hard workaround. Oh, look. There's those schematics. Not schematics, but you know. Biological overviews. Alright, so signal ADA to land on the Cascadia pad. Do that. Cool. And search fuel controls. The closest functioning terminal with refueling authorization is located above the Flavor R&D lab. Alright, messages. From redacted subjects regarding see you on the station. You will not see me, but I will be close. Continue your research, Doctor. Report to me when you have achieved a mission end state. So this is from redacted to E. Chartrand. And then I understand we're bound for a secondary lab. Will you be supervising our research this time? Or will it be the standard work from the shadows routine? Eva. Okay, and to L Fall, subject getting there. Thank you for your optimism, Lore. What we're doing isn't easy under the best of circumstances, much less with the board cutting corners. I can promise you that our research will lead to a better Halcyon, even if we have to pay a terrible cost to get there. And then 3 from redacted. Effects of O2 rationing on native fauna. You have your orders, Doctor. Your project is too important, too sensitive to allow any hint of it to reach the public. With all respect, I urge you to reconsider your decision to classify our research results on the native fauna of Terra 1. That's this place. I assure you that we will diligently redact any references to our project or its purposes from any papers we release. We have made several discoveries about how the terraforming process affected the nucleon of the Raptidon and Manti families. At the very least, allow us to inform our fellow board researchers that these creatures will perish when O2 concentrations are reduced to 19.5%, a level within human tolerance. This is not about fame or prestige. This is about potentially saving lives, please. So they could have eliminated them if they'd lower the O2 concentrations a bit. Interesting. Okay, return to the route and exit.
Captain, I've touched down on Cascadia's landing pad.
Excellent.
You'll need to connect the storage tanks to my fueling system and then initiate the transfer from an authorized terminal within the lab.
Alright, so we need to get over there. That's the refueling system. And I think this is also what's going to lead us to the science weapon. Right, that opens that. Refueling systems that way. And the weapon is that way. Okay. So let's get the refueling systems up first. Ooh, and we got all the mantisaurs. Bad mantisaurs. And mines too.
Traps everywhere. Watch it.
Ooh, I got a bit of a concussion from that. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna have to go in there, deal with them. That's barred. I always go the opposite way first, just to make sure I clear the place out. Find any secret goodies. Ooh. Alright, I think we got the mines. Is the trigger? No. Alright. Hello. dead end. A little steamy. What's going on here? Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Oh god, I died. Whoa! I didn't realize it was hurting me that much. Alright. Continue. I haven't died in a very long time. That was stupid. Okay, we're all the way back here. Alright, we've done that already. Alright, so let's redo that.
Traps everywhere. Watch it.
Now these I've never figured out. Oh, it must be these. There we go.
Here we go.
This one we couldn't disable. Okay, they're gonna fight these guys.
Required for adjacent automatic.
A little overkill.
Covering you.
Yeah. She gets into it. Alright, we'll be a little bit more careful this next time. Okay, so those will burn and kill me. Any way to deal with this? I don't know that there is. Maybe we could just avoid them. Is there any timing on these? That one turned off and on. This one just stays on. If I just slip through there and wait for the timing on those. Are you drinking? I don't see any valve or anything. Turn them off. I think it's a timing thing. I also could have been taking my health respirator. Actually, let's do one of those. We'll get some more health regen going. And then we're going to go through here. Oh, God.
Take cover.
Alright, we just did it with health. Those guys are going to die. Come on. Come here.
Going.
Come on, Nyoka. When I get health, they get health. Come on, Nyoka. You can do it. And Supernova, that would have been bad. Okay. So this is the door we couldn't get through. This one too. Was barred. And where's our goal anyway? That's the refueling system. And then the science weapon
Heading back.
was a little further along. Let's see. It's still that way some more. Okay. Well, there has to be a good reason to make it so hard to get all the way back here. Here's the terminal.
Captain, this terminal controls airflow for the entire bunker. I've got an idea.
Oh. Let's hear it. She's going to turn the oxygen down.
I'll drop the O2 levels to 19.5%. That's still enough for humans, but the mantisaurs will die in a matter of minutes. Here goes.
Okay. Good plan.
Don't thank me yet.
Down they go.
Alright, so we've eliminated the enemies and we still got the XP for them. Sweet. Alright, O2 levels at 19.5%. Air quality fortified with iron, radium, and asbestos. Scent purpleberry. Change scent filters. Either purpleberry, or purpleberry. I think we'll leave it at purpleberry. Alright, cool, we did that. So that was just an easy way to kill the mantisaurs, which would have been chumps anyway, but what the heck. So now, not that easy, because we would have died. I did die. Alright, everybody dead. Take their carapaces and their glands. There's actually quite a bit of stuff to blow up in here to help eliminate them. Or kill ourselves. Probably the more likely aspect. So there's that door through there. Alright, so this must be the secret gas. That's one to pick.
Nice work, Captain.
Alright, so refueling system enabled, connection established with northern landing pad, running diagnostic. Landing pad occupied, tramp freighter. What? Unreliable. Well, yeah, that's the name of it. Tramp freighter. Fuel pumps disconnected. Align fueling system. Aligning fuel pumps, please stand by. Fuel pumps aligned. Connect storage tanks and initiate siphon to transfer fuel. Okay, so are the storage tanks connected? Is the thing. We can go ahead and initiate the transfer. Oops. Let's tab out of here for a second. And the sooner the Alta Vitae gas is siphoned into the unreliable fuel tanks, the quicker you can smuggle it offward. So it sounds like we can just go ahead and do this. I'm tempted to like go back to the ship and make sure it's connected right, but to save time, what I'll do, I'm just going to do a quick save right here. And we're going to go ahead and do this. That's the logs. We don't care about the logs right now. We wanted to fuel pumps aligned. Okay, so maybe I don't do it here now. It's not giving me the option anymore. It wants me to siphon the gas over there. Okay. So yeah, we're good. But we might as well read the logs. We've read everything else. Boink. Animal trials. Tom was skeptical that animal trials would yield good data, but I wanted to start small. I wish someone had thought to pack a breeding stock of fruit flies from Earth. Writing them off as mere pest species has limited our research more than once. With approval from C&P, I've made arrangements to peruse the Bourse factory near Fallbrook. Oh, you know, interesting. That's the place I was actually supposed to deal with. Cysty pigs mature reasonably swiftly. I feel this is the best option available to us. I've done great things with cysty pig engineering in the past. Of course, my current project is far more difficult than merely enhancing the baconated flavoring of cysty pig tumors. They're really nasty. Let's see if I can make lightning strike twice, this time on alternate tissues. Moving to Cascadia. The board has repeatedly denied my request for data from the other teams investigating the issue. I'm guessing their efforts have progressed no further than ours. There is some good news. We'll be heading to a town called Cascadia. Apparently Rizzo volunteered to provide lab space. We could use a change of scene. I'll ask the movers to handle this terminal with care. I'm starting to have doubts that animal testing will yield us the results we seek, but succumbing to pessimism helps no one. Okay. So go ahead and exit from that. Yeah, there was an option in there. It's gone now. But it is giving us that option over there. So I think it's time to get this science weapon that we've been working so hard on getting. Yeah, there's definitely was a lot more to getting into that door than mashing keys. That's for sure. Okay, so weapons from the void. They're still further than the siphoning the gas. So I guess we'll do the siphoning the gas first. It's a little boring with all the mantises killed already. But whatever. We died once to do it. Crazy. Examine. Dr. Thomas Linwood Ryle, in gratitude. It's a simple shrine. All these folks. Wow. Okay. A resting place of sorts. I am never going to run out of ammo or Adreno at this rate. All right, head on. Oh, we got another terminal.
Nice.
Bunch of stuff. Claw rake. We haven't seen one of those before. A gardening tool as a weapon. 500 bits. This is actually pretty long picking.
Nice going.
What's it? Vodka. All right, let's clean up in here a little bit. There's our rake. We'll put all this stuff in junk. That's not a bad machine gun, but nope, nope. Dunk. Okay, and over here, all that is junk. All right, what's up with this one? Authorized user, Chartrand E, logs. Research notes, tissue compatibility, acceptable losses. Chief concern is rejection of the tissue, a problem as classical as limb transplantation, though obviously on a cellular level. The scale of the problem, though, even with the Alta Vitae bolstering our efforts, and achievement of such proportion has never been attempted or even considered. How do we define a tolerable failure rate when the losses could swell to affect millions? Even 1% is unthinkable. I have much to consider. All right, transfer to secondary site. Project has been reassigned to a secondary lab. I'm told the board is pulling out of Terra 1, and we don't even have time to transfer our research. For once, I'm grateful our labors didn't make significant strides here. I won't forget Tom's sacrifice. Up until the end, he knew it had to happen. If it wasn't one of us, the board would have volunteered inmates from Tartarus. I'm sure to carry his example to the new lab and the next phase of human trials. Okay. Let's get out of here. Moving on.
If only they were always this easy to kill.
They're never that hard, at least not on this difficulty level. Especially when they leave all these explosives around. Alright, so here's where we siphon now. Apparently. Okay, connect storage tanks to the landing pad refueling system. Like. Engineering 40. Reconfigure the fuel system to accept Alta Vitae gas. Alright, the plasma regulators were going to be the hard one. Luckily we have engineering, so we can do that. Hopefully. Boink. Continue. Siphon the gas.
Great. Can we get out of here now? Between the machines and the experiments, my skin feels like it's got mana swarms inside it.
Alright, so it wants us to go to Lilia Hagen. Apparently we've succeeded. But first, where the heck is this famous science weapon. There. Okay. Clunk.
This is bad!
What's the matter? What happened, Ellie? Did she fall down? Go over there.
Here I go.
She missed it? No, she didn't die. Woohoo! Found it. Mind control ray. What? A misfiled form put a research group specializing in marketing jingles into advanced top secret weapons research facility. The research group spent months incorporating their new marketing jingles into the advanced weaponry and developed the mind control ray. Once the mishap was discovered, the entire facility was shut down and all personnel were reassigned to the most remote outposts corporate could find. All right, we got it. This guy's up here drinking purple berry juice. Inventory. So what do we got? Mind ray, huh? It's a long gun. So I wonder if it's gonna like put them on our side, something like that. All right, Ellie, you back? Hopefully Nyoka's not stuck down there somewhere. Or, excuse me, Ellie. She gonna, she'll come, right? She'll just teleport in when we get up here? Yep, there she is. Glad to have you back. Okay. Things are loading in here a little bit. A little framey. Is that all the things? More mag picks than we'll ever need. That one's broken, fortunately. Dead people. Don't want to close myself in here. Okay. All right, another sealed door opened. Now we need to... There's one more weapon here in town. Let's get back on this mission, the Space Crime Continuum. So we got to return to Lilia and Groundbreaker. All right, so we'll do that. But let's finish a few other things here first. We got the Canid's Cradle. We got these three. Canid's Cradle, Slaughterhouse Clive, and Weapons from the Void. Slaughterhouse Clive. It's going to be 541 that way. The Canid's Cradle, we got to go visit Zora. And Weapons from the Void we saw was 789 that way. Let's go talk to Zora first. Let's get this one up and see if anything has developed with that. So she is over here in Amber Heights. Let's go there. So this is the one where we got this targeting module off of... Whatchamacallit. We got a targeting module off of a UDL ship,
the
and
Iconoclasts are loyal folk.
the Iconoclasts
Turn on
MSI
'em,
both want
they'll open
it.
fire without a second thought.
And we're trying to
Something about this place makes me feel sane by comparison.
get them to unite.
Captain, we should chat.
There we go. Something's
Graham's
developed.
got the right idea, but he isn't the right guy to execute it. I don't even think he's motivated by philosophism anymore. I think he's just guilt-ridden.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I keep going over and over it in my head, and the only way I see the Iconoclast surviving is we depose him.
Yay. We're trying to put her in charge. She's much more reasonable. And you'd run it in his stead?
Yeah. Hell, most of our people listen to me already.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's go
I'm
with
going
it.
to confront him. Can I count on your support?
Yep. Yep, let's go.
Okay. Deep breaths. This is what's best, Sora. Time to save Monarch.
Let's do it. Get my mind control array ready. Seems like that might be useful here.
Captain, you must be back with the access codes to our new ship.
Graham, we need to talk.
We have work to do. This isn't the time for one of our spats.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Graham, but Zora's taken over.
What? Zora?
You're running the Iconoclast into the ground, and I don't believe it'll get better after we take Stellar Bay. The troops take orders from me already, and you've brought me as far as you can down the eternal path. It's time to step down.
The troops. Listen to you. This isn't an army. They aren't soldiers. They're believers. Followers. They pick up a gun because you tell them to, not because they want to. And you, Captain, after all you've done for me, for us, you throw behind this mutinous blasphemer?
Yeah, she's much cooler than you are. I do. Let's go with number one here. She's got the best interest of the Iconoclast at heart.
I built this movement from the ground up. I've brought freedom to Monarch, and all these years later, we're
Can I
still
zap him
free.
with the mind control array yet?
I joined because I believed that you were in it for the Iconoclasts. That you wanted nothing more than to bring freedom to Halcyon. That you were selfless. But I know the truth now, Graham. I know what happened in Amber Heights. You didn't start this movement because you wanted to save us. You wanted to save yourself.
No.
Okay, we'll go to number one again. Those deaths are on your hands, Graham. No amount of meditating will clean them.
I've spent years atoning for my sins. I've studied, meditated, taught. I built the Iconoclasts so that any man could cast away his past for a fresh start.
That's your answer, Graham? You needed a fresh start? After all those innocent lives? I'm sorry. I believed in you once. I did. But it's over. Stand down.
That's right.
I won't. What happened back then was a mistake, and the colony has moved on.
We're gonna zap
This is
him.
my movement. These are my people. If you want to lead them, you'll have to kill me.
Not much of a choice here, Zora. We've been going the peaceful route so far this playthrough, so I'm going to go with number one, even though I want to zap him. That isn't necessary.
Please. Don't make me do this, Graham.
If this is where my path ends, I accept it. But as long as I draw breath, I will not abandon them.
So be it.
This is going to go quick.
Went all right.
Oh, it killed him. Oh, well. I wanted to mind control him. Change his mind. But no. Alright, and he doesn't even have anything on him. We can't loot him. Alright, so now what happens? It looks like we gotta talk to her. Put the mind control away. Hey, that increased my reputation with them, even though I just killed their leader.
Well, Captain, here we are. Killed a lot of people in the name of the iconoclasts, and it never feels right. But this time, it's especially wrong.
Oh, it's
Got
all right.
the-
He was a jerk.
Void held me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. The device from the ship. Do you have it?
Mm-hmm. Hold on. I was thinking you and Sanjar could join forces. Gamma.
I've thought about it, but I think we're too far gone. Pulling Carlotta's support was crossing a line.
Gamma says she looks shifty. Don't trust her. She'll mind control you. She's actually the reasonable one. She wanted medical supplies for the people when he wanted pamphlets. So we're going to make this happen. We can inspire, persuade, intelligence. Apparently we don't have enough perception. We're going to go with number 1. That's what she wants you to think. You've been hit by her ray. Maybe. Maybe. So we'll go with number 1. How many of your believers are going to die for this?
You've got me there. A fair few. I've lost a hell of a lot to this fight. Graham would never agree to this, but
Yay.
I'm starting to realize how often he led us astray. All right. If he's willing to talk,
Yes.
I'll give him a chance.
Achievement get. Excuse me, guys. Having a little issue here. I've already spoken to him. He's agreed to meet.
Well then.
Ta-da!
I've got to prepare a few just-in-case measures. But when you're ready, let's meet at the old OSI church outside Stellar Bay.
Okay. So cool. We've proceeded with that. We are uniting the folks on Monarch, formerly known as Terra 1. Can we steal their stuff yet? No. All right. So it wants us to go to over here. Let's do it. Stellar Bay's ruined south. Yeah. I should have tried mind controlling him first.
What was it like being one of them top runners?
Hey, my parents and their gold-shitting friends are top rungers, not me.
It wouldn't shock me if those fluffed up hull heads actually did pass gold.
They've got pills for that. And that's not even the weirdest thing I've seen.
It
There's
ain't.
no creatures here this
Well,
time.
Now you've got my interest.
Alright, so we're going to meet in the old church here. We got MSI here. Iconoclast here. I gotta drink some water. Try to cough it out. Alright. Put the mind control ray away. Look at that. They each got their
Hey.
little podium.
Thanks for coming.
I wish I'd had more time to prepare a proper analysis on the costs and benefits of your proposed union,
Quiet, you
but
bureaucrat.
I suppose we'll have to improvise.
He's a nice bureaucrat, though. That's the spirit.
Gotta admit, I really thought I was walking into a trap here. I'm ready.
Okay.
Get the feeling this is gonna take a while.
Sanja,
Just
Stellar
wants to
Bay's
shoot.
got food and walls. And my people need both. If you'll have us, we're willing to share the space.
Do you have any idea what that
Oh,
would
come on,
cost?
man. You're going the wrong way.
Why, drawing up the budget alone is going to take weeks.
Blowing it. What if the iconoclast just supported your supply lines?
Not good enough. I need to move a fair amount of my people into the city. We need shelter,
Oh,
Captain.
right. I wasn't trying to negate that. I'm not saying live outside, just help out in the wilderness once in a while.
Suppose some of our healthier folk could offer aid. Some of us need to stay in the city proper, though.
Well, I'll be damned. If you two can work together, maybe there's some hope for this place after all.
Truly, a compromise? I'm not sure I'd ever have heard as much from Graham.
Graham was a murderous fiend. And I'd be shocked if you didn't already know that.
Something tells me Sanjar didn't know.
This feels like one of those times when everyone at headquarters but me is laughing at something, but you two aren't laughing.
Amber Heights, you haulhead. 10 years ago, Graham had all those people killed.
What? That's not possible. Even for him, that's going too far.
It is. We found correspondence between him and the pirates.
But that means... I had no idea, I swear. Look, we were both fed up with corporate leadership, but I never guessed he'd do something like that.
I buy it. Sanjar ain't capable of hurting a sprat, even from a distance.
You can't take bureaucrats at their word. You back someone into a corner like this, and they'll say anything to get out of it.
All right, we're going to go with number 2. Sanjar, you're a leader. That means taking responsibility.
Very well. I suppose my ignorance is no excuse. I knew Graham for years. I should have done my due diligence and known exactly who I was working with. Surely you know what that's like.
Yeah, I do. Okay, if you're willing to house and supply some of us, I'll have our more capable soldiers help out.
Okay. now I'll hug it out. We're going to go with the reasonable one. Glad to hear it. I'm hopeful about this alliance.
As am I. Oh, I can feel my blood pressure lowering already.
Thanks for coming out, Sanjar. Guess I'll see you at Stellar Bay.
50-bit says they kill each other before the week's out. Can we talk?
All right. Yeah, sure. Interesting, in the back, there was this guard, and it was scratching itself, even though it was like just scratching the armor. What's up, Ellie?
Things on Monarch have really cooled off. I didn't think MSI and the Iconoclast would ever talk. Outside of shouting 4-letter words, I mean.
Well, just goes to show you there's always a peaceful option.
Sure. And fish sticks are really made from Saltuna. Look, I won't knock the work you did. I'm sure they'll have a good cry, look through old photographs, share a pint of premium double chocolate cacao gelato. But sooner or later, things will go back to the way they were. People don't change. Not really.
Whatever. That was a very specific image. We're gonna go with that.
Drawn from life, I guess. Anyway, I'd hate to see you get broken up if this thing between them doesn't last.
No. Don't worry about me.
I never do. Anything else?
No, you brought it up. We might as well finish a little bit of our dialogue options. Let's knock out number 1. I take it you've got something to say about Harlow.
What did I tell you? His down with the man shtick was just an act. No one who yammers that much means half of it.
Don't sound so excited. That was Felix's friend.
Obviously not. And better for Felix to know that now rather than become the next Trask.
Yeah. Well, just because Harlow turned out to be crooked doesn't mean everyone's like that. We're having a lot of these conversations
Don't
with
get all mushy
her.
on me now. Come on, what did we just learn?
I want to mush her
People
out.
look out for their own interests. It's a fundamental law of nature, same as gravity and conservation of motion.
Oh. Except we've created artificial gravity.
This is why I hate metaphors. Look, I see a lot of people, inside and out. When you get down to it, we're all made of the same stuff.
He's trying very hard to be cynical.
Once you accept that, nothing much surprises you.
All right. We'll go with number 2. Ever consider that looking out for others can be in your best interest?
I'm warning you, that reverse psychology stuff doesn't work on me. 'Cause 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 'Cause
Even you never really go it alone. You usually throw your lot in with the crew.
Sure do. And unlike you, Captain, the rest of us don't get a big fancy room with wall-to-wall windows. But let's forget about that, please.
You can come hang out in my room.
Tell me you're helping the scientist because you think he'll save the colony?
We'll go with one. I actually have lost track exactly what scientists we're talking about.
And here I thought I'd seen it all. This galaxy must be bigger than I'd thought. Enough about Harlow, though. Anything else?
Nope. Well, we only got one more with her, so we might as well finish it, even though this might be boring. What can you tell me about Byzantium?
It's like one of those stuffy art gallery pieces. Looks okay from far off, but once you get close, you realize it's just some mismatched shit everyone's agreed to overpay for. Even the bribes are overpriced.
Need to lay the land. Anything I should know?
Don't trust anyone, don't touch anything, and whatever you do, don't show your teeth when you smile.
Oh, is this one of those established dominance things?
What, like primals? Nah. People are extremely competitive about cosmetic dentistry. It can get ugly.
Ah. And why did you leave?
The real question is, why didn't I leave sooner? There's all these invisible rules, and everyone spends all their energy just trying not to break them.
That's exhausting.
That's what I said. I'll take stale cigars and rationed showers any day. I was a top-tier surgeon, but I could hardly open a pack of gauze without 10 people signing off first.
And that would drive me crazy.
Now you see why I left. People call Byzantium the jewel of Halcyon, but really, it's just paste. Everything's polish and bureaucracy. Take a close look and you'll see it's deader than anywhere else in the colony.
Yeah, that was the rich neighborhood we were back in. I heard there's more to explore there, too. All right, last one. Must have been interesting growing up there.
Interesting like a colonoscopy. I trained as a surgeon. More my folks' idea than mine, but I made the best of it.
Okay, sounds like there's a but to this story.
Lots of them, unfortunately. I even sculpted a few. Turns out Byzantines are more concerned with having square shoulders and a good profile than, well, anything else.
All right, enough about Byzantium.
That's what I've been saying.
And let's head back to the ship.
Okay, see you around.
Oh! No! What? Oh, I sent her to the ship. Okay. She didn't leave us. Alright. Well, why did that happen? Okay, we don't want that. Let's go back to the ship. Which... Oh, the ship is actually all the way back over here, isn't it? It's at, Cascadia. Yeah, let's accept that. Let's go get her back. For a moment, I thought she left as a companion.